Hey, this is Prometheus giving you another scheme breakdown. This is going to be out of the empty set once again, and this is going to be gun. What I like to do is I want to take my running back and put him in the slot position. That's going to be Adrian Peterson here. And also on the outside, I want to put probably my best running wide receiver, my most speediest, probably the best running wide receiver, which would be Cordell Patterson. I'm going to put him on the outside. Let's go ahead and take a look at the audibles about this empty tray scheme. I really think this is, if I was going to use an empty set, this is definitely the scheme I would use out of the Vikings. Alright, so the audibles that we're going to be looking at are going to be somewhat similar to some audibles that I've broken down before with my empty set with the Steelers. The Viking stick is going to be similar to what I broke down before. What's really unique about this set is the jet sweep. The jet sweep has that halfback actually running off tackle, able to pick up some pretty good yards, and it has a play action jet sweep built into the play that will actually force your opponent to go ahead and defend against, because they have to defend that jet sweep. You throw in the Y shake, and then your opponent is going to be trying to cover all different areas of the field. Now, just to make it more difficult for your opponent, what do you want to do? You want to go ahead and use the wide receiver screen. Yep, the wide receiver screen is going to be the base play that you're going to use. There's a lot of other great plays that you can use as a base play, but I want to use wide receiver screen because I want to force my opponent to go into some kind of a man coverage and try to have to defend that outside wide receiver screen. So let's go ahead and use that as our base play. Alright, so the base play that I want to use against my opponent is going to be the wide receiver screen. And the reason I want to do that is that I want to go ahead and force my opponent to defend the right side of the flat, because it's not going to be an area that's going to be attacked with all the other audibles and all the other sets here. So to beef up this screen, what you can do is you can take your wide receiver in the slot position, Jennings, who I put over there, and put him on a flat route. He'll actually shoot past the wide receiver and actually go ahead and go up the sideline and take on a defender at the next level. So basically, if you want to take a wide receiver screen and blow it up into a 40-yard play, that's a little tip I picked up in game while I was playing the Steelers. I'm going to go ahead and fake the run and watch the blocking come up. You see how the defender actually came up and was able to go ahead and take out the defender at the top. That is because of that flat route. So if you're using empty sets, my recommendation is to go ahead and use that little flat route to be able to get that extra blocker up the field. Just a little tip that I've actually picked up in game. Didn't realize I was doing it. I just needed another blocker out there. Now, conversely, what you can do is that you can go ahead and turn this into the jet sweep, which is great when you have a great running back like an Adrian Peterson. You can actually go ahead and hit the ball right up the field. Your opponent is going to have to go ahead and defend against the run. It's just another play that's going to be just a real hassle for him to stop. As you can see right here, Adrian goes almost to the house with that jet sweep. All right, so the next play we're going to look at is going to be the play action jet sweep, and basically this is going to be a zero backfield. I only have the blocking of the offensive line, so if my opponent blitzes me, I have to make fast reads. So really what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take Rudolph and put him on a crossing route or drag route, basically to tell me whether I'm in man or zone coverage. If it's zone coverage, I'll go ahead and try to hit Rudolph to the left side. If it's man coverage and the Rudolph gets followed, hopefully I'll have enough time that I can actually hit right going on the deep out, or actually go ahead Jennings on the crossing route. So in type of situation, it is actually zone coverage, and I'm able to go ahead and hit the levels going across with Jennings. Sometimes the zone areas are not going to be going to be available, and I've got the deep out route here, able to go ahead and pick up easy 15 yards on that. If it's available, I'll take the flat either with the running back or with that tight end going the other way. And if he doesn't put a defender in the area, I'll go ahead and take that flat route with the tight end. Alright, so let's go into the other plays. I've actually broken down these other plays before, but I'll break it down just for the sake of this scheme. Alright, so the next play I'm going to break down really quickly for you is going to be Viking stick, and then I'm going to finalize it with the Vikes Y shake. So with the Viking stick, basically I'm going to make two adjustments. I'm going to go ahead and streak up my running back, and I'm going to go ahead and take Jennings and put him on a flat route. And I can actually look basically in the seams of this particular play. It's either going to be right going underneath of that streaking Peterson, which is going to be the inside wide receiver, or I'm going to look at Rudolph and see what happens. This is zone coverage, and as you can see right there, that basically the slant route is going to be wide open for an easy 10-yard gain. And you also have the flat over here with the wide receiver if he goes into some kind of a shell. And I also got the tight end falling into some unique little area right there with that read. So this is nice because you start hitting the seams against your opponent, and you've got just unique areas that he's got to defend against. That's just going to cause him so many problems with this scheme. Alright, and the final play I'm going to break down is going to be the Vikes Y shake. And once again, I really like about this play is that it's easy to set up, and actually will force your opponent to make massive adjustments to try to defend against it. My first read is going to be the tight end, and against any kind of man coverage, generally he's going to get wide open. He just had a drop pass right there. One adjustment I'm going to go ahead and make on this play is I'm going to take right, I'm going to put him in a deep comeback route, because if I do actually have man coverage, that comeback route should be able to get open. So right here, and as you can see, the comeback route makes a huge play right there, but I have a drop pass right there, but it was the right throw. Now what's great about this play is the seam routes get wide open. If your opponent starts going into cover 3 coverages, he has to actually go ahead and defend the seams against you. So it really, you could pretty much run this play the entire time, just because it's just a nightmare to defend against once you start getting beat by that little shake route by the tight end. So I hope you like this scheme. I like having some of the other plays in here, such as the jet sweep and the play action jet sweep, that allows me to attack the left side of the field on a levels concept. If you are new to my channel, I just want to give you a heads up. I'll be actually going ahead and running this scheme in a live game against a live opponent at the end of the week, and you actually go and see how effective the scheme was against my opponent. Now, the only thing I don't like about an empty set is that I only have 5 blockers, and I have to get rid of the ball really quick, so I got to make quick decisions to be successful with this scheme. If you're new to my channel, I suggest you hit the subscribe button if you like content like this, and if you do like this, please let me know. Hit the like button. Once again, I really appreciate all the support and my subscribers, and until next time.